Okay, we're at a different Target now. There's the Bandai. Look, they got a whole bunch more of these Demon Slayers, but that's it. That's the only character. Oh no, look at they got more of these, oh, look at that, 6-inch ones. Cool. And look, the price is different, $24.99 in this store, so this is where to get them. Yeah, that's cool. Now these wrestling figures are really cool, but you know what I think is really cool about them? That they come with these little accessories like a cell phone and stuff like that. I think that's pretty neat. Look at that. Forklift. Oh, look at that. You got some actual Black Series here. Wow, that's cool. Andor. Mon Mothra. Oh, look at that, Grief Karga. I haven't seen that guy. I may end up having to grab that before I leave. Return of the Jedi. Look at this. Nice. Looks like they did some stock ups here. 13 bucks, that's not bad. This store doesn't like to crank up the prices too much, so that's kind of neat. Look at those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles there. That's nice. Whoa, look at that. Indiana Jones. You got a short round in here anywhere, dude? No, the only one that I want. Short round, not available. Oh, that's awful. Anyways, but check this out. Adventure Series. You got Kazim. Indiana Jones. And Marion. Okay, we'll have to see about these two. Oh, boy. You know what? Let's look behind some stuff and see if there's a short round hiding, because they just put them out. Oh, look at that. Speed Champions Lego stuck back. Oh, look at that. Check that out. Speed Champions Lego. What do you got? What do you got? Oh, another Kazim. All right. So they tried to hide one off. That's fine. They put one up on the shelf and they kind of hid one back there. Yeah, that's all right. But Indiana Jones is cool with his machete. I'm just not gonna get him. Let's take a look over here. You got your Dungeons and Dragons. Same guys that we had before. Oh, look at that. The Crimson Bat. 2 of them. That's not bad. Oh, look at that. The Flash. Oh, you know what would be interesting is if they had, oh, look at that. Supergirl. That's cool. Check that out. Check out the price. I'm not a big, oh, look at that. Superboy too. Oh man. This McFarlane's killing me. I'm gonna have to pick some up. All right, you got Ant-Man, St. Croix, Marvel's Fang. Man. Iron Man Extremis. Nice. Captain America. Starjammer. Oh, look at that. Tracksuit Mafia. Ah, this is going to be an expensive Monday. All right. This is not good. They just have everything I want here. Now what do I do? Okay, let's scan some of this stuff. All right. What I was looking at before was, look at that. You got the Yellow Submarine if you wanted to try to recreate your own Beatles. But what I was looking at was this dude right here. So this is a remote control Mario. And if you think about the height of this guy right here, if you could pull Mario out of that seat, this little Mario Kart would be really cool for like your 6-inch action figures if you wanted to kind of do a crossover. Okay, this is where the NECA guy wasn't coming for a while, but it looks like he got like the Wolfman down here. You got that 40th anniversary of E.T., Annabelle. That's spooky. You even got that Game of Thrones. I don't know. Check that out. The Iron Maiden. That's pretty cool because he's like a 7-inch. That looks great. And then of course, classic Star Trek. And I don't know why they got that Marvel Hulks over here, but they do. And not much else. I've never seen that Last of Us set, which is kind of what I wanted. It never came in. It was like they didn't have the rep back then, so. And you know what? I thought I'd just show these off because I haven't actually looked at these in a while, but check that out if you're a record collector on vinyl. They got all the records out and they seem to be making a comeback. The Electric Mayhem, look at that. That's kind of cool. Anyways, got Charlie Brown's Christmas on vinyl. Purple Rain, everybody. I think I said this already. I'm not a big Transformers, but they do have the Rise of the Beast set up here, which is kind of cool. They got a bunch of the that's kind of cool. That's a die cast. And then you got your Optimus Prime. And then of course that's the Lego Optimus. And I don't know why this, way back in this back aisle, is like an end cap for Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, they're not over there with the Marvel Legends. You don't know they have them unless you come over here. And it's a whole slew of Guardian stuff. And pretty much they have the entire set. But it's kind of interesting because you would know it unless you walk this back aisle. That's kind of strange to me. But I like these. These are like little Hot Wheels boards, and they come with some shoes for your fingers, but I bet you can stick them on your 6-inch figures. Okay, the reason we're at the dollar store is because they got some interesting things here, and I mean, a lot of this stuff is for like littler kids or whatever, but you might be able to find something that you could throw in to your collection as an accessory of some kind. Like they have this furniture, if you needed like a desk or something like that, that might be like a pretty good, you know, background piece, that type of a thing. I wouldn't use those, but that other one looks pretty good. If you're looking for a Pegasus for your Clash of the Titans and you don't find a vintage one, you can always like substitute one of these little plastic bad boys until you're able to get something like that. I don't know, just a whole bunch of different like ideas that you can throw out there. They have, of course, a craft section too, and it's pretty like wiped out right now, so I don't know if we're gonna see anything worthwhile, but I thought I'd just like come down and show it to you. I mean, there's all kinds of like wood stuff, there's like little pieces in here if you wanted to try to like make something. I think this is kind of cool right here. You can buy like some of these little metal sheets. They're kind of like corrugated metal if you wanted to try to make like some type of a landing mat or a roof. Like if you're making a makeshift canopy for like some sort of G.I. Joe setup or something like that. You wanted to make it look like he was kind of out in the middle of the jungle or something and had made like a shed, or if you wanted to try to like build like some sort of like a fence or something around a compound out of those things, that's pretty cool. And they're not expensive, you know. It is the dollar store, so it's pretty good. Usually I'll find something like this, which is like a crate. I know it has the handles, it looks pretty big, but from this angle it looks like it could be some type of like a weapons crate or something like that. You got all these like little wood things. Usually what you'll find is like, you can find like a flat piece of wood like this, but then they also have stuff like this, which is like kind of like a pallet. So if you wanted to put that in the background and make like a pallet and stack some stuff on it, it's kind of a cool idea to have like a little bit of a pallet. All right, so here's another idea too. Over in the glasses section for $1.25, they have these chains that they use for holding up your glasses or putting them around your neck. But I mean, look at the like detail on that. That is a chain. So if you're using that with your little 6-inch figures or whatever, that could be like a chain. So for like $1, I mean, look at that. For like $1, you can have like a linked chain, $1.25. That's not bad. Then they have like silver ones down here too. So you can have like a silverish chain, and maybe you can add some like touch-up paint on there and give it some corrosion or whatever. Yeah, those look pretty neat. I might pick a couple of these up. All right, so this Walmart's pretty small, but you can see they got all their Transformers and stuff up here. But if you start moving back this way, this is where they stick all the action figures. It's kind of weird how they stick them in the back of the aisle instead of the front of the aisle. But yeah, they still got the Loki figures here for like $24.99, which is kind of crazy. And they still got this Black Panther Shuri here, $25. I think they clearanced everywhere else. Oh, look at that. Aqualad, that's kind of cool. Ocean Master. I have not seen these in stores, but check that out. There's the Batwing and the Superpowers Supermobile. That's kind of neat. Of course, here are the Superpowers figures that they got. Nobody to fly those things. Now on this side, you can see we still got basically Lando back there with, looks like she's going to be another peg warmer, this Ewok Leia. But you got like a bunch of Landos in there. Do you have some retros in this store? So that's kind of cool. You got the Grand Inquisitor, Reva, some of the other ones, Ned 5. That's kind of neat. And then basically right down to your wrestling down on the end. Got some on this side too. These are the different kind of packaging. This store is kind of interesting though, because they must have a high stock shortage, because they got this glass case back here and they got like a lot of the vehicles and stuff in there. And then of course they put the high-end Star Wars figures from Andor in there. And so you would have to actually call to get somebody to come out here and if you wanted one of those. But these are kind of cool. These guys have a little bit bigger selection of like vehicles. Like this guy right here, this little Razor. Those seats are, I think, are a little bit too small for the 6-inch scale. And that Bronco looks really cool, but once again, I think that one's a little bit too small. You're not gonna be able to fit anybody in there. But there's the Fast and the Furious. This is the 112. This would be a cool one to pull off the body and do some cuts, but you can see how flimsy the body is. So it's not really worthwhile to take that one and try to like modify it in any way, because it's so flimsy. I don't think it would hold up too well to like cutting into it. And I think that thing is just way too big, even though I think your figures would fit in those seats. I think the car is oversized. That's the problem, right? You either find a car where the seats already work, but the car is a little bit too big, or you find it where it looks like it's the right size car, but the inside is just too small.